People talk about emancipation like it was the end of a horror movie. Like the credits rolled and suddenly people were free, safe, whole. But let's really sit with this, okay? Because freedom didn't come with a suitcase, a stipend, or even a safe place to sleep. A lot of our people didn't leave. Some couldn't, and some just knew better than to try. Because the truth is that a lot of them had to live right next door to the very people that enslaved them. The same people who beat them, and sold their children. Now they're just called neighbors? I don't think people realize just how sick that is. Emancipation wasn't a fresh start, it was a trapdoor. There was no federal program to relocate people. No safety net, no reparations, no therapy. Just, you're free, now go. But go where? With what money? With what protection? So a lot of Black people stayed. Not because they wanted to, but because they had to. They rented land from the same people that owned them. They worked the same fields, slept in the same shacks, sent their kids to play in the shadows of the same porches where their mothers had been auctioned off. And the cruelty didn't stop, it just got rebranded, right? Sharecropping replaced slavery. Jim Crow replaced the whip. Convict leasing made sure that loitering could put you back in chains. And while the paperwork said that you were free, you really still belonged to someone else. Now here's the part that messes me up. There were women, Black women, who had to keep working for the families that raised them, who had to nurse the babies of the men who stole their children, who had to clean the blood-soaked hands of the same wives who looked the other way. And they had to do it with a smile, because if you didn't, you could end up hanging from a tree. Staying wasn't weakness, it was survival. White mobs didn't just let folks go. They burned down houses, lynched anyone who looked too proud, and terrorized whole communities into silence. So for a lot of people, especially women, staying near the monster wasn't about forgiveness. It was about living long enough to make sure that your children saw adulthood. It was about surviving until you could maybe, just maybe, get a sliver of land or peace of mind. So when people act like 1865 was just some clean break, don't let them skip over the truth. There was no parade, no fresh beginning, just raw survival. And a whole generation of people who had to rebuild their lives while looking their abuser in the face. And that's the part of emancipation that this country refuses to say out loud. Because the chains came off, but the trauma never left.